Welcome back to another great episode of the Vibes Podcast. I'm your host, FM, and today we got a special guest, my guy Kenny Thompson. What's going on, brother?
What's up? I'm chilling. I'm
Hey man,
blessed.
how you
Yeah,
feeling,
yeah,
man?
I'm on chill.
I appreciate you for coming on, brother.
Appreciate you having me.
This was a long time coming, but we here
Yeah,
now. Let's get right into it, man. We ain't gonna make it weird.
yeah.
Um, where I want to start? Where you from, and how was it growing up there?
All right. I'm from the Strawberry Mansion section of North Philadelphia. 29th of Lehigh, all the way down to 32nd and Cumberland.
Okay.
How it was growing up? Pretty average. Born in the 80s, 82. Grew up in the 80s, early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. Whole family from Strawberry Mansion.
Okay.
Mom, dad. Big family. My dad, 13 kids.
Ooh,
Um,
it's a lot.
growing up, cool. My dad had property. My grandpa was one of the first business owners in Strawberry Mansion.
Okay.
And owned property. He bought a store in like '67 or something like that.
Yeah.
My pop got the store. I grew up in the store. I was a kid. Me and my older brother. Moved away from the store. He wound up getting killed in '97 on the corner of 31st and
Sorry to hear
Cumberland.
that.
Grandfather got killed in '95. 90, 98, 99, I kind of jumped off the steps. And,
Mm, that was a great year.
which one?
98, 99.
Yeah, 98 was a great year.
Yeah.
NORA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the summer
Yeah.
of NORA right there. Yeah, that's a good summer.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
What's one moment from your childhood that sticks with you today?
Um, Define childhood, like, as far
Okay.
as, like, because I want to know where you want me to go at. Like,
All right. So I mean that's up to you.
yeah.
Wherever you want to
If I
go
want
at.
to say childhood, I
We
say
want to be safe
innocence.
or we
Yeah.
want
So, no, we could go, like,
all right,
I'm
let's
an
go
open
there.
book. Yeah.
Let's go
But
there.
when I think about childhood, if I define anything, like, if I could go back to childhood, be jumping on buses, be throwing
Yeah.
rocks at cars. It'd be like, Ding Dong Dixie. Be running
Yeah.
through the alleyways, putting hot chips in dogs' mouths.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that when I define
Good
childhood.
times.
Just like, like just being innocent, being, not understanding what the world that's designed for you to live in, just
Mm.
living in it. You know what I'm saying?
Growing up, what kind of kid were you? Quiet, funny, leader, or troublemaker?
I mean, the leader in me want to say I was a leader, but I do feel like I was one. I was
Okay.
always the smallest one, shortest one, but I always kind of like ahead of the pack some type of way.
Mm.
Like it was always like an idea that I may have had that day that we do, or sometimes it was an idea that somebody else had that we do. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like I might not have been my idea to like throw rocks at the
Yeah,
cars.
facts. I mean, I did it myself.
Yeah, but it might have been my idea to say like let's jump on the back of a bus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like that, or my idea, yo, let's walk to 32nd and Cumberland, or walk somewhere else. You know what I mean? Or go to the pool, go swimming. We used to
Facts.
walk, you know what I mean, all the way to Parkside to go swimming, things like that.
As me just reminiscing and
Yeah,
realizing, like, cause we two different age difference,
yeah.
and
What's your age?
well, I'm 38,
38. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm a
I'm
little. I mean, I'm
43. Yeah,
underneath y'all, but
yeah, 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 yeah.
the thing I'm talking about is, as kids, we walked every motherfucking
Yeah,
way,
we
bro.
walk.
Didn't these kids nowadays lazy than a
Yeah, they don't
motherfucker?
want to get on the bus. We walk. Like I said, I remember we used to walk from 29th of Lehigh to Kelly Swimming Pool in
Mm.
Parkside Park.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was we used to walk by 33rd and Diamond Pool. Like that pool
Yeah.
came late
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
us.
definitely
You know what
did.
I'm saying? We was pretty much like out of pools by the time that pool came. But we used to walk the Parkside and like every day, be hungry as shit coming home, like you know what I mean, stop pump gas for a hot dog
Yeah.
type time, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we used to walk. I used to walk there to Nicetown, everywhere. We used to walk heavy.
So this what's something about your childhood that you miss the most?
Friendships.
Mm.
If I go to that, like if I miss anything from my child, I miss my older brother. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
facts.
Having my older brother as a kid. You know what I mean? It ain't been a day since October 10th, 1997 that I haven't missed him. But if I miss anything from my child, it'd be him. And then it'd be like genuine friends that I had like, like love for. Like I had best friends that's dead. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
had first cousins that's dead. Then I had best friends that's pretty much just we just no longer best
best friends.
friends.
Yeah, it happens.
But what we used to do together, like, go to dollar parties, dance, go to, dances,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. If I do miss anything, it would be those
Okay.
days like that, just like no ulterior motives. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
you kind of sort of answered my second question.
Yeah,
Who was the biggest influence on your life when
yeah,
you were younger? And I'll definitely take it was your brother.
yeah, for sure.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. My
Because
older brother for sure.
big bro is what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
At what age did you realize going? At what age did you realize life wasn't going to be easy?
I would say, like my whole life switched in 97 when my brother got killed.
Facts.
But like, I feel like growing up, you see people get killed. You know what I mean? Like such just got killed, oh, it got killed,
Shit not normal with
whatever the case. You know what I mean? Then when my grandfather got killed in '95,
it.
it was like, damn, my grandpa got killed. You know what I'm saying? Then when my brother got killed, it was like everybody could get killed. Like
Yeah.
I never would expect my brother to get killed. But when he got killed, it was like everybody could get killed. And then I think from '97 on, when I had my older brother, it was like I didn't have to pay for way for myself. Like I
Yeah.
could always, wherever he going, I could go. If he
Mm-hmm.
got a car, I could ride with him. If he got some money, he gonna buy me some boots or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
But without him, it was like I had to pay my own way. And then it was like you gotta like start jumping. You gotta start jumping like hurdles mentally
Facts.
as well as like just emotionally too. So that's when I realized that life was gonna be like pretty much not my decision,
Mm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it definitely do.
Yeah.
It's part of your story. So let's
Mhm.
jump right into it, man. You were part of a rap group called Diamond District.
Yeah, when I was young. Yeah.
How did that group start?
Um. So I started rapping like when I was like, I mean, my older brother actually was rapping,
Okay.
but my older brother wasn't like really rapping, but he put me on rap.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to rap, and then when I had went to Masbon when I was in ninth grade, which was '96, and it was dudes there that really rap,
Mm-hmm.
like Big G's. They was from like, you had one boy from Pentown, Rashawn. You had Big G. He was from I don't know how I'm not forgetting their rap group right now, but they was kind of sturdy down there in Francisville, and they was actually really rapping. So they kind of like taught me how to rap. So I
Mm-hmm.
used to rap there at the tables. Then I used to rap, go back to my barbershop and rap on Lehigh and cutting up. We had a joint called Hot Shit Entertainment. Then Fame had came and one day I battled Fame. I battled a lot. Then they had Came up with Diamond District. I started rapping with Diamond District. And I was all right.
Yeah, no, it was a great
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I was all right.
Just Eric, I think I mean a lot of shit was happening back
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
far
yeah,
as deaths and drug
yeah,
dealing shit like that. But I think when that raps like really start hitting the neighborhoods,
yeah,
I think we came together at that time to battle each other.
yeah.
It really wasn't no
Killing, yeah.
killing, none of that. Like it seemed like everything stopped for that moment.
Yeah, I think that's why rap is so important or music is so
Yeah.
important because it kind of like create the wave of frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Back then when everybody was rapping 98, 97, it was really about getting money and having
Yeah,
fun.
facts.
It wasn't like I shot nigga fool, kill a nigga. It wasn't
Mm-mm.
really on. It was like it was pretty much you might be lying about flipping a brick or
Yeah,
getting, you know what I mean, having a Benz or whatever the case may be. So rapping was about being fly, being thorough, getting girls, and getting money. So that kind of created the wave. And then it was like it was you was rapping battling or you was dancing battling. It was like all these things, but I feel like the wave pretty much switched like in those early to late 2000s
yeah,
when it just started being coming about like killing and like what we say like in 98, 99, what you saying old heads doing, it
yeah.
was a lot of business out this joint. Like in '98, it was a lot of Jaguars out here in '98.
Yes, it
It was
was.
a lot of like caddy trucks. Like it was
Yeah,
a lot of people getting a lot of dollars and a lot of money, and that's what you kind of aspired to be
facts.
young. You didn't really aspire to be the person who was like robbing and killing,
Killing. Yeah,
and you know what I
yeah.
mean. You kind of wanted to be the dude who had a Coogee sweater, Guess jeans, and
Mm-hmm.
some Tims.
You wanted to be that nigga that
Yeah,
was really
yeah. You
getting
kind of
some
want to
money,
aspire to be that. Yeah,
and it was like you didn't want to pretend that you was getting the money. You really wanted to get it,
shit.
at any means necessary.
Yeah,
But it didn't really have nothing to do with killings because we didn't even see that side most of the time.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Such and
saying?
such got killed, but it wasn't like repeated. I kind of feel like it changed for me, like being in the streets, like maybe around '03, '04. it was a lot of killings.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of people standing, putting their hat on the name of being a
Big
killer
killer. Yeah.
or being kidnappers and this, that, and the third.
Shit got
Things
real.
had started become more violent. But it was kind of like ironically when you really look at it, we didn't really have a rap presence at that time either. I don't believe like we had like state property and all that, but it wasn't like to me. It was like we was like it was a lot of battle rap.
Yeah, well, you got
Yeah,
headshots and all that.
yeah, it was headshots. It was a lot of
Um,
that going on.
it was. I mean, not to contradict yourself, because
Yeah,
you right. It
yeah,
really, like we talking about from the street rap.
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people was making it to see. I mean, y'all also made it too with Rough Riders and all that.
yeah. I was booked though. I was yeah.
Yeah,
When
but
they
I
got
mean,
signed, yeah. When they got signed to Rough Riders though, I was in Glen Mills.
okay.
But they did go to that next level of like what you expected like, to go to at that time.
Yeah,
But
because y'all, I
yeah,
mean, the whole group was kind of hot.
yeah, it was
But
fire
I
on the
also
count.
heard
Yeah,
that y'all battled, you and Flame, and I'm trying to figure out.
Fame got me. I would
All
say
right, I
Fame got me.
respect
I
that.
would say like I would say to me like growing up in that era like it ain't too many people in rap that I didn't see before they got signed. That's my
Facts.
age, right? Every last one of them I probably battled or seen in the studio
Okay.
before they went to that next level, right? Out of that era, and of course I'm biased, but to me, Fame was the most talented person I ever met. As far as like he could write a movie, book,
Mm.
whatever that case may
Mm.
be, at 16, 17 years old. And Lot was like the most like sickest and illest, because a lot of
Yeah.
that metaphor that we hear, he was like one of the first people ever saying the metaphors in raps.
Yeah.
Like I'm like this or like that or like a metaphor is like he used to say, my my strip like a drive through. You know what I mean? Like all these
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
things.
Nah.
You know what I'm
Now that
saying?
you say that,
Yeah,
because I was young, so
yeah,
but I know the
yeah,
names.
yeah, yeah. He was kind
And
of ill
Lotto,
with that.
no, I know
Yeah,
Lotto was definitely nice at what he did.
yeah,
I think they freestyle that he did on 20th and Susquehanna. I forget who he was battling at the
yeah.
time,
He probably
but
killed
that
him.
Jones set it off.
Yeah, he probably
That
killed
was
him.
like the lead to the whole Rough Rider thing and all
Yeah,
that. So I know a little bit, but it's like a little shady. And sometimes, what's crazy?
yeah,
When people don't come back to the light, we kind of sort of forget about them.
yeah, yeah.
You know
So
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
out Cali.
Yeah,
He
no,
been
no.
out Cali for like 20 something years.
Yeah, he ain't got the fuck about it.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. He started making beats.
most of us should have did.
Yeah. For real, he was always like trying to make beats. We used to go to so we did that Diamond District CD at ICH Studios.
Okay.
With Oskano and them. They used to be all ICH, Oskano, Sparks. That whole pretty much like a lot of them. Oskano and Sparks was the hitmen. They was with ICH, Inner City Hustlers.
Okay.
We did our Diamond District CD at their studio, and that was kind of like one of the first studios in the city that everybody used to go to,
That's
right there on
cool.
Parkside Avenue.
That's
Iced Out used
history
to go
right there.
there, Freeway and all of them as
Yeah.
well. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely shot Dice out.
yeah.
Uh, damn, I was gonna ask something else, but I
Ice
forgot
City,
now.
not Iced Out. Iced Out was Diamond Street.
Oh, they
Ice City
glissed out.
was Glitched Out was Diamond Street.
Yeah.
Ice City was Freeway and them down like
Oh
Marshall.
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah,
Marshall and
FCCB
all.
Mall.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
Damn. Yo, that shit just bring back flashbacks.
yeah, yeah.
So did y'all ever battle glissed out now?
Probably so.
Okay.
Honestly,
All
we
right.
was yeah, I mean, we was like,
It was everywhere.
yeah, yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
was
Most
popping.
likely. Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna
yeah,
never forget about them days
yeah.
though. Uh Man, no, I ain't we did that. Do you ever think about what if would have happened in music if music really took off for you?
Yeah, at one point I wanted me like I was passionate about it taking off from me.
Mm,
But as life goes on, right, you start to realize like you on the path you're supposed to be on. You know what
facts.
I'm saying? I feel like when music at that time, it saved me. It saved my life a lot because that was like right after my brother got killed. And I was doing like I was just like riding around just, I started popping like Xannies.
Mm,
Like if I was in the car, I was running a red light. You know what I mean? All these type of things. And I had went up to Glen Mills or whatever. And like when I came home, like my homies I was with, it was crashing out already with
mm.
bodies and everything.
Yeah,
But music gave me like a opportunity to like get my thoughts out.
Express
You know what I
yourself.
mean? It was able to like, write a recipe song for my brother, rap about it, rap about this, rap about all the little shit I was going through. More so than a lot of homies out there, they didn't know how to rap. They didn't know how to express,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, those thoughts or
They
feelings.
feelings.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I was able to do it not only for myself but for them too. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, but as time go on, at the same time, if I would have got on as I was young, I probably wouldn't have really been myself at a high level. Cause
Mm.
it's like with music, it's like you still not trying, but you in a space where you are obligated to be a certain person.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta like
Do
pretty
so.
much lose yourself in that space you in to be in that space.
Ace. Yeah. No, you
You know what I'm
definitely right at
saying?
that time. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, even kind of sort of. No. Yeah. At that time. Yeah. I would say that.
yeah.
If you could go back to Diamond District, vision of yourself, what advice would you give yourself then?
To understand the power you have, right? Because we had a lot of power at that time.
Yeah.
Without like I know that now, I mean they don't know, but Diamond District was pretty big.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. You gotta realize like
Yeah,
people wasn't really the people was tuned into mainstream artists,
yeah,
but it was something about the people from the hood that was making music that touched us more
yeah.
than actually,
And
the
this
bigger
without
mainstream
DVDs or
artists. Yeah,
nothing. It
yeah.
wasn't no
No.
DVDs. It wasn't no definitely social media. It was like you just hopping
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
rapping on a corner. Might have did a tape somewhere on the microphone, and like that tape then got taped and recorded over and over till they got that
Facts.
tape all over the city. You might have did that in somebody's bedroom on a
Yeah.
karaoke machine over an instrumental.
And
You know
that's
what I
how
mean?
deep it was, bro.
Yeah, and that thing like you be like, damn. So
It,
it was a lot. You know what I mean? But I would understand that and pretty much like the impact we had on people as well as like the power of like thinking ahead of the corner. You know what I mean?
yeah. Um, you also did an extreme amount of time.
Yeah.
What was it going through your mind the first night in jail? I don't know why I came up with that one, but it's a good
All
question
right.
though.
So it's two questions, two answers to that joint. I gotta be
We
like
here. We here.
philosophical or whatever, right? So I started getting locked up when I was 15. First time I went to the county jail, I think I was like 18. But going from to the county jail, I remember like having a certain amount of like fear. You know what I mean? Like damn, I'm about to go to state rule, CFCF.
Yeah.
I probably was like 112 pounds.
The
You know what I
shit that
mean?
you hear
Yeah,
motherfuckers be going through.
yeah. So I remember going there, and I remember this dude was in a holding tank with me. Probably the funniest boy I ever been around.
It happens.
And he was just busting on everybody. He made this joint. He relaxed me so much I was never afraid to go to prison again.
Mm.
Right? But it's crazy because I remember being booked and reading this book like Uncle Tom's Cabin. We all hear like Uncle Tom.
Mm-hmm.
But the true story of Uncle Tom is like he was really a stand-up dude. But
Yeah.
what happened over years is that the whites they whitewashed him
Mm-hmm.
to be what we know him to be today because they didn't want people to aspire to be him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So over the years, like if you ever read the book Uncle Tom's Cabin, he was pretty much a stand-up guy. But they didn't like the morals and characteristics of him.
Okay.
So they whitewashed him to be everything we think he is today. They whitewashed him to be like a shucker and jive or a tap dancer
Mm-hmm.
because he was the opposite of that in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, in the book, he had got shipped from Maryland to Mississippi because they was making it rough on him because he didn't want to put the latch to another person that was a slave or whatever.
Okay.
So what in the book what they clarified is when he was in holding tanks, the blacks in there would be laughing and making jokes at each other, so
Okay.
they wouldn't deal with the reality of their situation. And
Oh
it brought me
shit.
back to when I was in jail. Like, damn, boy, I'm making these jokes, and I got lost in the reality of my situation.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So it's still going today, but because of that, by the time me going to real prison and like being older, it was pretty much like it was nothing. I was already there time and time
Mm.
again. You know what I mean?
What was the hardest part about being locked up? Which we all should know.
The
For
hardest
you.
part for me is like I had kids. I had
Mm.
sons, three sons. And that was the hardest part, understanding that they was running through those same alleyways that I ran through. It
Mm.
was acceptable to like all the situations that happened to me. It was acceptable to happen to them. That was the hardest part. Not to mention I was 24 years old. I had a 20-year sentence, and I had to like every day I had to think about being 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I knew I ain't coming home till I reached this age. From 24 to 40, that's what good time. That's when I came home.
Mhm.
That's you know what I mean. It's like that's a whirlwind. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
so and then they shipped me all around the country and all that as well. So
So what was the specified moment that you said, man, I ain't doing this shit no more?
um, so when I went to prison, it wasn't really tripping about being there. While in prison, I was crashing out, going to this, going to the hole, stuff like that. I went to the hole in 2013, I believe, for like 8 months in Islandwood. Got negative transferred to FCI McKean.
Mhm.
And while I was in the hole, I was reading a lot of different books. Um, a lot of books. One of the books that helped change my life is a book written by Tukey Williams called
Mhm.
Blue Rage Black Redemption. It was a very insightful book, just breaking down the mindset of like street culture, street
Mhm.
activities. Then there was another book written by Michelle Alexander called The New Jim Crow, where she break down just incarceration as a whole.
Okay.
And once you start reading these books, you start to understand like, yo, like I'm really out this joint believing in this mindset,
Yeah.
but it's really a mindset that was created for me to believe in that benefit others more than they benefit
It
me
does.
or the people that I
Yeah.
call myself living for. So once you start to look at that from a whole, like, yo, I'm really getting played. And not by my homies. I'm getting played by the US government. I'm getting played by like white supremacy. I'm getting played by all these things that I say I'm against. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it just opened up my eyes to make me think on a different level of thinking. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Um, what did jail teach you that the streets couldn't?
On how to be a man.
Mm.
The streets taught me like in order to be a man, you have to
That's
like
deep.
identify men.
Yeah.
You have to identify characteristics in men that you want to take on. And you also have to identify characteristics in men that you want to stay away from.
Facts.
And then there's going to be pressure on you to be something that you're not. And you got to be able to like withstand that pressure to become the person that you want to become.
Mm.
And it's high intensity in prison because in prison everything is clicked up.
Mhm.
And you got to be like willing to be like, be you within those spaces that everybody look the same, walk the same, dress the same. And you still have to stand out and be yourself in that space.
Mm. That was deep.
Yeah,
You had me thinking on that one, bro. I ain't even
yeah.
gonna lie. When you came home, what was the biggest adjustment for you?
The biggest adjustment was going 16 years from 24 to 40. Um, it was a lot of adjustments. I couldn't cross the street. A lot of things I had to
Mm.
do for the first time. Order a hoagie on Wawa on the
Yeah.
kiosk. See, I mean, but my biggest adjustment was understanding that my kids was growing than I expected them to be.
Mm.
My oldest son was 5 when I got booked. Even though he was around during prison,
Mhm.
he was 21, 22 when I came home.
Yeah.
So I had to like respect him as a 22-year-old.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying he had to all be all, but he wasn't my 5-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I had to respect the fact that the streets moved on without me, life moved on
Yeah.
without me. Um, and one of the things I had to respect the most was the fact that my relationship with money was different. You know what I mean? And I say that to say that, like when I came home, I got hit all, huh? Take this. It was
Yeah. Yeah.
cash,
It
whatever.
happens.
But when before I got locked up, like I got cash and gave it away or spent it
Mm.
with the expectation to be back within minutes or hours. But when I came home, I had to understand that like the only relationship that I ever had with money was that. I didn't have the relationship of like credit or debit or
Okay.
invisible money. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like now this money is invisible. And it's like you could have something on your credit card or your debit card and not have it in the 24 hours
Yeah.
without ever seeing it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Versus when you out here with a physical cash, it's like you counting your
Okay. You
money.
keep counting it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You can never stop counting
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So my relationship with money had to change. Still in the process of changing. Like you
Mm.
gotta be like extra, extra disciplined and you're spending and you're saving. and the way that you go about doing things. Like I ain't never really had bank accounts or none of that.
Mm.
I didn't even have jobs, but I came home this time. It was like, all right, I have to get me a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have to get me a bank account. I have to get all these things in ways that I was never like taught how to get them.
This episode is brought to you by Turning the Table by Eddie Bell Jr. If you haven't tapped into Turning the Table yet, it's a game changer. Turning the Table isn't just another motivational read, it's about that moment. You know the moment you decide you're done making excuses, doing the same old lazy shit, and repeating the same cycles. What I love about this book is that it speaks directly to me about real life, real setbacks, real pressure, and real growth. And it shows you how to turn adversity into momentum. If you're at a crossroads in life, if you feel stuck, or if you're ready to elevate, this is your book, and this is definitely your sign. Go grab a copy of Turning the Table by Eddie Bell Jr. today and start creating your own turning table. You can grab your copy of Turning the Table by Eddie Bell Jr. today on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and you can tap the link in our bio.
So you said you coming home and adjusting to you had a 21-year-old son.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? Was that difficult for you not to treat him like still like a kid, but it also kind of sort of you have to accept him like a grown man?
Yeah, I went through a lot of progressions with my sons. So my oldest one is now 24, but he was 21. I had a 16 and a 15-year-old, I believe, when I came home.
Okay.
He like 19 and 20 now. We went through our growing pains. I went
Yeah.
through different growing pains with every single one of them. One of them was me coming home like I was on militant time. Like
Yeah.
everything was
Fact.
militant with
Mm-hmm.
me. Like the way you supposed to wake up, when you supposed to wake up, what you
Mm-hmm.
supposed to do first, what you supposed to do second. Like you supposed to carry yourself this way, do
Yeah.
yourself that way. And they was getting raised by their moms,
Yeah.
which was like totally different. And it was like the rubber meet the road type thing.
Facts.
And I feel like we're in a good space now. But at that time, it was like clashing.
It happens.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because I ain't really had no empathy,
Yeah.
sympathy. I kind of still don't. Honestly, it's like you gotta like tighten up. That's
Mm-hmm.
just how life go. But with me, at the same time, I gotta be understanding of the 20, 21, and 22.
Yeah. Because it was the same for me. Like, because my pop also did the same thing.
Yeah,
He was gone for about 16, 17 years.
yeah,
By the time he came home, I was already in the streets in the mix doing my own thing, taking care of myself. But it was just like that aggression against both of us because, like, nigga, I'm trying to tell you something
yeah,
and you ain't listening. Which I'd have wished I'd have listened. I
yeah,
ain't even gonna lie to you. I would have wished I listened.
yeah,
I'd have been well off. But it was more so just like nah, bro, you can't. You missed that time. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it was hard for the both of us to actually understand it. Even though, yeah, I was going up to see him, shit like that and all that, but it was still like, I gotta fend for myself. And
yeah,
it's like you try to come and fuck this whole program up and like you gotta slow down, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
probably was
so
drawn.
it
Like
was
me
like
and my
I know
probably was
that
drawn.
I was drunk.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah,
doing a lot of nut shit. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
But it was like me understanding when I got a little bit older, it was just a little bit different for us because we start to vibe out. Now we could deal with each other company.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because we
yeah.
on the same brain level
Same,
of
yeah,
kind of sort of thinking and stuff like that. So I wanted to get into that with you because I knew that was like a little rough patch for you.
yeah. Like I'm an active father, man. I got three sons. One thing I'm very, very proud of, like crib. I fixed up the crib I got from my pop that came from my grandpa.
Mm.
Now my son's living there. When I came home, I got a brand new son,
Okay,
4 months years old.
congratulations.
Yeah, yeah. I got a brand new son and a grandson. And I mean 2 years old. But I'm very like understanding that like, everything I do matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And more so it's like my actions and activities raise them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, my pop on this, I'm on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So
All right, they definitely get in line
yeah,
for suit because I'm actually like, as I'm getting more deep into it, I'm actually following the same thing my dad was doing
yeah,
when he came home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Networking, being with good people, surrounding himself around great people.
yeah.
So it's like I definitely get it. Um, let's switch it up a little bit. So now you're a deputy chief of staff for the eighth district. How did that opportunity come along for you?
All right, so that go into my employee, right? So when I came home, I was in a halfway house, Kentuck. So the whole thing get you a gig, get out the
Mm-hmm.
halfway house. That's like the thing. But I wanted to go to school,
Okay.
right? So I was going to school on the internet or whatever for this life coaching certification I had wanted. So I'm like, all right, I don't really want to tie myself in a gig, but I do want a gig.
Mm-hmm.
So they had this gig around the corner at this warehouse, Baker Industries. That joint was $9 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I went and did that. I was working for there, making $9 an hour. I was in there for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, $100 checks a week, right? So I was doing that. Then I just go with my extra time. I go to Starbucks or go to the library, do my work
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Then after I left that gig, I wound up getting a temporary job from a temp agency for like $13 an hour
Okay.
at this Hope Cookies joint up King of Prussia. I'm working overnight. I did that for like 2 months. Then my man had a job opportunity for me at Target Warehouse
Mm.
out King of Prussia. I got that job or whatever. And that was like $20 an hour, good benefits. So I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks. Yeah.
It was a good gig for me. And then, but with the thing about Target, they had what they call free school. They had this joint called the Guild
Mm.
program, over 500 college programs you could take for free.
Mm.
So I took this joint called Frontline Leadership and Management for the University of Denver while I was there. And I wound up becoming a trainer at Target in like 6 weeks. Then after I got my certification, they start saying I start like putting people on. Other
Mm-hmm.
people start taking classes. I started being a positive influence within the workspace. So then the opportunity came up, this human resource specialist job that came up,
Mm-hmm.
and my manager asked me to apply for it. I took that. I wanted to become a human resource specialist
Mm.
at Target Sortation Center. I was like home for like 6 months,
Right.
and I had like I went from the floor to a cubicle at Target Warehouse, and I was like helping people get gigs. I helped my son get a gig there, my
Mm-hmm.
little homies, young boys, and I was doing NHOs, new hire orientations, and then they had another joint had came up to become a training specialist at this new warehouse they was building in
Okay.
Chicago. So I filled out for that. Everything like it was going, I was going to get that gig. Then they had pushed back on it. Looked at my record and everything.
Yeah.
Pushed back, took me out of HR, put me back on the floor,
Mm.
and I had went through this thing. It's called like a quiet quit or whatever. And I had left Target, went to Career Link. I had started working for Career Link.
Okay.
I started doing reentry for Career Link and helping dudes come home get gigs or whatever. And at the same time, I was in the neighborhood. I was doing these joints called free community workouts,
Mm-hmm.
and we worked out with like 20,000 people on Napa Street, Napa and Hunterdon, at the
Mm-hmm.
playground over one summer. And the councilwoman like took notice of that, called me in for an interview to work for her. I got the interview, boom, got the gig. I started working for her as a constituent service rep. Then I got promoted to alternative violence strategist. Then
Mm.
I got promoted again to director of programs and outreach. And over the last 2 months, I got promoted to deputy chief of staff.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
bro.
appreciate that. Yeah,
I'm really proud of you
yeah,
because I wanna say that before I go back
yeah,
because you were so motivated
yeah,
at that target position, and for them to cut back on you,
yeah,
cause I'm thinking right now, once
yeah,
they cut me, nigga, man, fuck all this shit.
yeah.
What was the moment? I mean, what clicked in your head? It was like, man, look, it's just a step.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer. It's a book called The Obstacle is the Way,
Okay.
right? So I'm a firm believer in like, first of all, I believe in the law subhanahu wa ta'ala. I believe that the trial is
Nah.
the blessing. So every trial we go through is ultimately a blessing on the back
Mm-hmm.
end, right? So anytime we feeling like a moment of discomfort, it's really comfort waiting around the corner.
Yeah.
So when I go through certain things, and I get this from prison, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like being around, like you gonna have in the streets, like you gonna have ups and downs. Like even in the streets, like you might be getting lows, and it might be looking like everything is winning, and
Facts.
then you get a bad low and everything turn corner.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to get through that
That
situation to
situation.
get back up top. So like even in like the Target joint, that joint fucked me up,
I
right?
know.
Because I was like,
Because everything was rolling
yeah,
at
it
that
was
moment.
rolling. It was rolling. Like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
know what I'm
know.
saying? And it was like, yo, so when it happened, I was just like, all right, it's just another opportunity to pivot. It's an obstacle. So it's something on the way at the back
Mm-hmm.
end of this obstacle. And it wound up being Career Link, which wound up being working for
Right.
the city councilwoman,
Facts.
getting the key to city. I can go to city hall right now if I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I got a pass, can be in that joint 24/7.
Mm.
I can operate like that. You know what I mean? Move around in the city vehicle, like move around in these spaces. And at the end of the day, when I always look back at it, I'm a nigga from North.
Off, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like really. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
You
Not
really
like
can do it.
fraudulent, not like I'm from, like I'm that. I
Th-
was of that. You know what I'm
This
saying?
was the importance of the interview,
Yeah.
to actually show the audience that you can come from a certain circumstance and outgrow that at any moment.
Yeah.
Like this was the importance for this. And I
Yeah.
was just like really like gradually trying to get it right
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
not just rush into it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
it done. You know what I'm saying? Like how, I don't know. I was speaking out of turn there. But that was the importance for me to ask, because I knew you had a story there.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
we met and we chopped it up a little bit, it was like, okay, all right, it's
Yeah.
folks. No
Yeah.
folks. All right, yeah, you from,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, this junk gonna be
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But hold up, Mike, you need to do this right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, we getting there, and we're gonna have plenty more opportunities because we're gonna get you to open up a little bit more because it's a
Yeah,
lot,
I ain't got
bro.
no problem. Like
It's a
I'm an
lot.
open book. Like you know what I'm saying? I ain't really tripping.
But that's that. I definitely want
Yeah.
to give you your flowers and tell you I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate
Because
that.
we don't get that pat on our back as
Yeah,
men.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
hard to
being,
take the pat,
yeah,
honestly.
but that makes you
Yeah.
even better because I said the same thing. Like I went through so much in the last 2 months that when I got the spot, got it together, this that, and third, I haven't had the time to sit down and say, you did it, bro.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, you're in the process of doing it.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
you winning the game right now. You up 12. You know what I'm
trying.
saying?
I'm trying.
Yeah,
Trust me. So that's, back to you. That's why I get the feeling like, and it's like sitting in me like, bro, that's crazy to
yeah,
come up like that, and knowing that you could switch the game at any moment.
yeah,
Because I was just like you. I was running around. I haven't spent no time up there because I was a little bit
yeah, yeah,
strategic about my stuff. But anything could happen. But it was like switching the game, quitting fully, not reaping the benefits from what
yeah. What
that
it
had
did?
for me,
Yeah, yeah,
just going cold turkey and then starting this, bro.
yeah.
I've been through it, but we to the point where as though we
Yeah, it's like
successful
Nip,
with
man.
it.
Nip had to sell it. He had to sell the cutlass. You know what I
Yep.
mean? He had to sell the cutlass for the computer. That's
Yeah.
how I go for the material. You
Material.
got to
Yep.
sacrifice to get.
Yeah.
You
And
know
it's
what I
just
mean?
showing
Yeah,
because I got 3 boys myself, so it's just showing the boys are different. They
yeah,
seen that side of me, not knowing a whole bunch about it, but it's like, let me try to show them something else.
yeah,
Let me show them that you can switch lanes at any moment to be whatever you want to be and become whatever you want to be.
yeah,
And that's the thing that, especially having boys, is
yeah,
being able to show them and tell them. But let's jump back into it, man, before we get too much off of it.
yeah.
What's exactly your role working with the state representative?
Well, city council person.
Well, city
All
council
right, so let's
person.
break that
I
down.
apologize
No,
for
you
that.
ain't got to. It's cool. That's my job right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So let's break that down. Right.
Okay.
So the spaces we live in, like people say we live in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Right. But if we look at where we at right now, location wise, we in the 7th councilmatic district. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's like the spaces break down to the lowest levels. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you in Philadelphia, you got 10 councilmatic districts in
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia. Right? Within those councilmatic districts, you got about an average of 20 to 25 wards in those districts.
Yeah.
Within those wards, you got an average about 20 divisions in those wards. This is how our city is broken down politically.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look at the resources that we receive a lot of our resources politically,
Okay.
right? Government wise, right? So if we look at like New Orleans, they call each other what? Wardy.
Wardy, yeah, Wardy.
They identify each other by their wards.
Okay.
We don't identify each other by wards, but every metropolitan city has wards,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they just identify themselves by their wards. We just don't. So in the city of Philadelphia, we got 10 different councilmatic districts.
Okay.
I work for the 8th councilmatic district,
Okay.
right? Which is from pretty much Lehigh Avenue, 23rd and Lehigh, the Broad and Lehigh up, all the way up towards Chestnut Hill, through Germantown, Nicetown, Mount Airy, Tioga, 180,000 residents, right?
Yeah.
that this councilmatic district is responsible for providing any type of governmental service that we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's your snow didn't get picked up, it's our job to figure out why.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? You need help with housing, it's my job to figure out how can I help you with housing. You need help with a gig, it's my job to see if there's any opportunities out there for you, or whatever the case may be. And not my job because I'm the council person. It's the council person's job, which
Mm-hmm.
is Councilwoman Cindy Bass, who I work for.
Yes,
Her
definitely
job
shout out to
is,
Councilman
you
Cindy
remember
Bass.
with in school, but like 3 branches of government:
Yes.
executive,
Legislative.
legislative, and judicial.
Mm-hmm.
Judicial is the judges, the executive is the mayor, legislative is your council people that represent you as a district.
Mm-hmm.
She legislate law, she appropriate the budget, and she investigate services. And my job as a deputy chief of staff is to make sure that office is running at a high function when it comes to doing those things.
Um, Damn, that was a lot, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm happy that you did break it down because that was
Yeah,
going.
yeah, it's
I
cool.
definitely was gonna get
I ain't
into
know the
that.
shit. It ain't like I knew
Yeah.
the shit.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
listen, I'm about to go front to you. I
yeah,
didn't know it, but I'm trying to get to know it
yeah,
because
yeah.
I need to know these things
It's
because
important to know
yeah,
because we don't know it. I'm gonna keep it real with you, and this is when I get in my bag. White folks know it.
yeah, yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
They know who represent me. They know who represent you. They know who represent them, and they know that they taxpayers go to the taxpayers go to the
Yeah.
same pot. So when they see a recreation center getting built in North Philly, they understand that they taxpayer dollars paying for that.
Mm-hmm.
Or they see a food give out on Germantown Avenue,
Yeah.
you understand that they tax dollars paid for that food give out.
Mm-hmm.
And they might not be, particularly happy with that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And we sit back and say, vote for what, or they ain't got nothing to do with me. Not
Facts.
understanding that maybe 80% of our lives got something to do with the person
Mm-hmm.
who you did vote for or didn't vote for. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
we had that. I think we had. Well, we didn't have a conversation, but a group of us had the conversation. It was more so. Yeah, I understand what y'all mean about the president and this, that, and third, but underneath that is a whole bunch of different other people that's important to
In your life.
you
Yeah.
that you need to be considering voting for or
Yeah.
actually getting into.
Understanding.
Understanding that I
Yeah.
told myself, because I was one of them cats that
Yeah.
said that, but I told myself this year I'm actually going to lock in and understand what's going on because now I'm jumping into that space.
Yeah. Like even now, in May we got an election, right? Not only is
Mm-hmm.
the governor running, right? But a person next door to you could be running for a
Yeah.
committee person.
Mm-hmm.
So a committee person, you every like I said, every ward has about 20 divisions. Every division has 2 representatives that represent that division
Vision.
as a committee person. So they're gonna be running a committee. So those divisions is like 3 to 6 block ratio. So you could run this year. You could be on the ballot
Yeah.
to represent your block in
Okay.
ward meetings. You understand what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And like that's how deep it go. It go to like somebody is going to be running in your division. It's going
Mm-hmm.
to be a charge of your division, and that division ain't nothing but a 6 block radius.
Mm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
yeah. That's definitely deep, bro. We gotta pay attention. I think you will be seeing of our podcast interacting more with with you guys as far as the campaigns coming out, the
Yeah,
services, listening services that y'all might be giving out, being able to be a spokesperson, to letting the community actually get involved into what we got going on. And this year, I want to not to be ignorant towards it,
yeah,
and that's what I'm working for. Like what I'm saying. So I'm happy to have you in my corner to be
yeah,
able to
yeah, for
teach
sure.
me.
Yeah,
You
for
know what I'm saying?
sure.
But I'm
That's my
definitely gonna
job.
be a learner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Suck it up. But what does the workforce includes? No, I don't even want to ask you that. I don't want to ask you that. We're gonna cut that part out too. Do you feel like your past makes you better as serving the community?
All right. Yeah. All right. So it's a thing, right? That I learned. I'm in a drink right now called CVILA, University of Chicago, right? So we talk about the difference between a traditional worker and a non-traditional worker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm what you call a non-traditional
Sure.
worker, right? Streets, locked up, you know what I mean? And working in a traditional workspace, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what's the skill sets that I bring to that workspace? community-based approach. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like if Miss Gladys or Miss Gloria call about the trash not getting picked up,
Mm-hmm.
like I know the trash didn't get picked up on my block.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna treat her like
Hang
whatever.
up on.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Most likely I live around the corner from her probably. But it's things that I grew up learning in the streets on how to deal with people. I told somebody the other day, like growing up as a hustler in the streets, like you gonna speak to whatever we want to speak to people that's addicted to crack cocaine
Yeah.
because they're your
Mm-hmm.
customers, and you're gonna treat them with a dignity and respect because
Most of us
most
though.
of them, yeah, most of us, the ones that's
Yeah.
successful
Yeah.
within that space, because like people gonna go where they feel treated right at,
Mm-hmm.
regardless on they you know what I mean
Facts.
situation.
Yeah.
So me growing up, like I grew up, it don't matter what you smell like, right? I'll probably give you a hug. What's up? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Because you might be coming to spend a bean 50.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna treat you. It ain't about how you smell, it's about that
It
being
being
50.
50. Yep.
So I'm gonna treat you like that. So it's nothing for me to go out and hug anybody or speak to anybody or
Mm-hmm.
talk to anybody because I grew up in them joints. I slept in crack houses. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I slept in stinking spots. I did this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I understand the value in that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So in this space, not comparing the spaces, but just taking the skill set and the understanding and awareness that everybody is somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I take that to the space I'm in now
Mm-hmm.
because everybody is somebody. You know what I'm saying?
I never, to be honest to you,
Yeah.
of me just doing podcasts and also being from the streets, I feel like I was the only person that thought like that.
Yeah.
Being able to treat people
Yeah.
the same no matter what their circumstances is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably 1,000 of us out here, but
Yeah.
just like actually listening to it, actually hearing someone else say it before you
Yeah.
initiate it, like
Yeah.
it's a little bit different and a hit. And I could tell what kind of person you is
Yeah.
just by that conversation because that's what it takes to be a businessman.
Yeah.
That's what it takes to be from that neighborhood and knowing your people.
Yeah.
And one thing I could actually say is before cameras, before all this, and we have actually met, I heard you say that same conversation is I learned how to deal with people because I know my stuff may not be picked up
Yeah.
or my snow may not be. So you're not doing it for the camera. This is really you in real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want everybody to understand that. Like you are a success story. You are a great person and just human life.
Yeah.
That
I'm the best person I could possibly be at
yeah.
this moment. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
fact, we get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
doing well. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to put that out there, but I'm
Yeah.
sorry to cut you off.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Nah, bro. We chop
What's one program you're proud of right now?
in the city.
Yeah, in the city.
Um, so we got this program called Playing It Safe in the Eighth.
Okay.
Um, Councilwoman at Large. Playing It Safe in the Eighth, like I said, I work for the Eighth District.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much an anti-violence program. It's a program designed and created to like create safe spaces within the recreation centers
Mm-hmm.
around the Eighth District. And I'm extremely proud of it, the success of it, because Councilwoman put us on a mission as a staff to make sure something happened. We came up with this idea. She supported the idea, put her ones and twos on it, made it a thing. Last year, no one got shot or killed inside of the rec centers that we
Facts.
implemented that plan within. And now, not only that, she sent me out Chicago to this program to put it on steroids. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm out there at the University of Chicago now to take that program, turn it into a capstone, and to make it even more impactful than it
Mm-hmm.
is. So I'm extremely proud of the opportunity to play my role within that. With that, it's other things too. Like one of the things that I played a part in within her office and with her leadership and just power behind her
Mm-hmm.
was being able to get the 2800 block of Justin Street redone
Okay.
in North Philly. The whole block was caving in. A block I grew up around,
Mm.
a block that felt like it wasn't
Yep.
like what I mean, like
Yeah.
nobody cared about us. She sent me out there, put the plays together, put together the dialogue with the head of the water department,
Mm.
the head of the streets department, me, from our office, like talking to the heads of the Philadelphia Water Department, talking to the heads of the
That's
Philadelphia Streets
major.
Department, being able to hold them accountable, be on, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
emails with, and within like a 30 days, the whole block was repaved. And then over the summer, the whole block gonna get redone. She secured 1.7 million to get a block in North Philly redone. And you know what I mean? I'm extremely proud of playing my role within that through her office as well.
That's dope.
Yeah,
You, I mean, and that's another thing. This is
yeah,
why this platform is here, so people can actually hear them type of
yeah,
conversations. Because if you sitting back just outside looking in, you like, I ain't nothing getting done, and
yeah,
this, that, and third. And I was one of the people.
yeah,
But just talking and understanding, and you realize like, oh shit, well, damn, that was major
yeah.
because.
It's a lot of stuff getting done, bro, every single day. But we got this what we gotta realize. The reasons why we don't understand things are
Mm-hmm.
getting done. When we look at our local elected board, they all look like us.
Yeah.
The majority of them, 98% of them look like us. 98% of them come from the spaces that we come from,
Mm-hmm.
went to the schools that we went to. You know what I mean? You think about the councilwoman, she's from North Philadelphia.
Facts.
She went to EW Road. She went to Parkway. You know what I mean? She went to
Mm-hmm.
Whittier. You know what I'm saying? She wound up graduating from Temple and going
Going
on
on,
being a
being.
councilwoman.
Mm-hmm.
But the papers that we get our information from, they don't look like us. If we look
No.
at the people who write those articles, they didn't go to the schools that we went to.
Mm-hmm.
They don't live in the spaces that we live in. And they're going to write derogatory information about people that represent us. And then it's so easy for us to dislike our own. And we look at our situations, it's not the best situation. So, of course, we're going to feel like nobody doing nothing for us.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it is snow everywhere.
Yeah.
But it is. This is our first warm day.
Yeah.
Like, what we gonna do with the snow? You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
so
I get
yeah,
it, and at the same time, that's why we all need to come together and think of better solutions
yeah,
of this hate. We didn't expect this.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like being unexpected. So what you want me to do right now?
yeah,
All right, over time, next time we might think of
yeah,
a
yeah,
brilliant
yeah,
idea for the snow to go.
yeah.
But right now, it's like we can't do
Yeah, it
that.
was our
So
biggest storm in like 30 years.
yeah, yeah,
That's how it goes
yeah.
sometimes. Ups
Damn,
with
sure
the
was.
downs. You know what I mean?
Damn, I was gonna say something. So just to go back off that program, my son actually was part of one of the programs, and I think
Which one?
which one was it? Which one was it? What program was it that you got stopped by the police?
Stop and frisk?
I don't know what it was. Who?
Yeah, ecosystem.
Oh, the Eco Center. So back a couple days, I want to say a couple months, or
Break
was
it
it a
down.
year? It was a year ago, right? It was a big thing online too. He was one of the ones that actually got stopped by the police.
What's the eco center with the mask?
No, so no. The Eco Center is a program that they have for younger children to go to.
Oh, all right, all right, all right, all
So
right.
my son was giving out their daily. They was doing their daily. What was it called?
It's like we go around passing out food and stuff.
So
Oh, passing out food. So you
passing out
get a
food.
situation and they put you in a situation. All right.
So they was out with somebody that worked there,
Yeah.
and the cop had actually stopped them trying to frisk him. But it's like my purpose. My thing was, I get it. The kids running around acting
Yeah.
crazy. But I also think with the police, bro, they need to visit these programs and understand these programs, especially with the rookies that we got coming through. You know what I'm saying? Just to we miss, even though we're not making it seem like we cop lovers.
No, I understand what you're saying perfectly.
But
yeah,
remember, the cops used to walk the beat and know the neighborhood.
yeah.
So it's like walking to going into these different programs. You're not going to know every kid in there, but understanding.
Yeah, I think as far as youth, like in your son case, right? Like you got more power than you think you have, right? So for instance, a young boy in a program passing out food, getting stopped by the police and frisk.
Mm.
That program manager y'all could have went and talked to the captain. Y'all could have went
Yeah.
inside that precinct,
Mm.
you know what I mean, and held them accountable for doing that as well. Because at the end of the day, like Yeah, you young boys, you got a hoodie on this and the third, but you could traumatize young boy to think he can't be nothing more but that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the danger, and there's always two sides to the coin.
Yes.
And that's another thing. And I don't never want to put it on a young boy to not be a young boy. But we gotta understand too what's going on. Like, all right, young boys running around here murking stuff,
Facts.
and they wearing black hoodies and this, that, and the third.
And you're all dressed the same.
It's all dressed the same. Do I really want to put on this space? And not saying I didn't do that. Like young boys was out here murking stuff, wearing blue jeans and white t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I wore blue jeans and white t-shirts. But you know what I'm saying? I was involved with the things that like that nature.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like we do have to come up with a healthy balance
Mm-hmm.
because we don't want to be traumatizing young boys just because he got a black hoodie on.
Facts.
Because it might be too hard for him to wear a red one.
Yeah.
He might be saying, all right, the best thing I can do is fit in. You know what I mean?
And I think that's the issue with our children is like,
yeah,
I'm happy we're in a space now
yeah,
because, back in the day, we used to get bust on for the shit that we
yeah,
got on.
yeah.
Now we in a society where they don't even care no
You
more.
don't even care.
And I think that's perfect because that stopped the kids from getting bullied.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that come with it, but at the same time, to be defensive too. What the cops, what the police job is that they're also trying to protect what's going on, and a lot of these kids run around here with guns,
Yeah.
all
They
types of shit. So I think we should just come up with a solution for, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. It's a tricky
it
situation, but
is.
it is a situation that need to be dealt with.
Yeah.
And it take people that
I ain't
put
mean to
their
throw
head.
you off.
No,
Left
it's
with
cool. It's cool. No, it's great. Honestly, because so for instance, CVILA is Community Violence Interruption, right?
Okay.
It's a leadership academy. So CVILA is pretty much about community members coming out and a young boy with a hoodie on saying, young boy, I hope you ain't got no gat on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? More so than the police doing it because historically, nothing good come behind that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So that's what funding boots on the ground organizations is for.
Mhm.
And it's so we could do the intervention before the police even think about doing it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because we don't want our young boys. Like if your son had that situation with, say for instance me, and I was working for that program, I'm like, damn, y'all out here. I hope y'all ain't got no gas on y'all. Y'all ain't got no gas on
Yeah.
y'all, do y'all? Because they tripping out here. No, yeah, we ain't got no gas on you. Sure, woo
Yeah.
woo. 20 minutes of conversation. He probably wouldn't even went back and had that conversation with you about what happened. But at the end of the day, it was proved that he didn't have that gat on him.
Yeah.
And it's a reason why, you know what I mean? So that's why we want to do things that are community based. We want to
I
be able
feel
to
like
police our own neighborhoods instead of having a police officer that don't know nothing about it come out here and traumatize our kids.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why. And at the same time, we understand that we want to focus on the highest risk of gun violence and like
Facts.
make sure they're not out here, killing our, because that's what we ultimately doing,
Yeah.
killing
Self
ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So
over nothing.
yeah,
But let's get into this or that. It's a quick game, rapid
yeah,
fire
yeah, yeah,
questions.
yeah. It's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Just answer.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
I
think
got you.
about it. Or if
Yeah,
you wanna,
I got you. This or
elaborate
that.
why,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We can do it. Streets or strategy,
Strategy,
respect or money,
respect,
pain or pressure,
pressure,
loyalty or love.
love.
Okay. Old you or new you?
Oh, new me
New you.
for sure.
I respect that.
Yeah.
If your life was a movie, what would the title be and who would play it?
Like a known boy, whatever. If my life was a movie, it would be titled The 4 Minute Mile, right?
Mm,
So I could break that down for if you want.
please.
So the
That's a great
4 Minute
title.
Mile in the '60s, it was it was never believed that you could run a mile under 4 minutes.
Okay.
Like it was even like scientifically proven. Oh, there's no way in the world because the science say your heart will bust or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was this guy named Roger Bannister. He believed you could. He trained himself to do it. He went to the Olympics. He ran a mile in 3:59.
Mm-hmm.
After he ran his mile in 3:59, the next year somebody broke his 3:59, and year after year it continuously get broke. But the 4 minute mile is about believing that you could do something that people believe you can't,
Mm-hmm.
and then proving that they can do it as well. So that's my whole thing. I'm running a 4 minute mile. Like I want to prove that we can dudes come from this situation, can do this,
Mm-hmm.
and even do it better than what I'm doing it at this moment.
I
If you put
respect
your mind and energy into it,
that.
right?
Man.
If anybody's gonna play it, um, I really can't think of no new actors, but I mean,
I mean, you could
I say
let's create an
Nas.
act. Okay, okay,
I say Nas, the young Nas, the Belly Nas,
okay. All right, all right, all
the
right.
Nas that played on Belly. He'll play it.
All right. I
That was
think
my
that.
man. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think that probably would be a crazy joke.
yeah.
So let's give us one if you could create your own actor.
If I could create my own actor,
Who would it be?
Nas.
That's
Oh, you talking about like
no
what would he
without
look like?
nobody that never acted.
He'd
If
be
you was
me, my
all right, I
son.
respect that. Yeah, yeah, it'll definitely be your
Yeah, my
son.
oldest son. I mean, one of my sons. They'll play a role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So City of Diamonds, right? You see they came on from Diamond Street. So I did that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
podcast with
yeah.
Diamond Street. So what they're trying to do is they trying to create not back in the day was everybody had stories. They try to create movies, but they also trying to expand up and down Diamond Street, stuff like that. Would you be interested in something like that, far as movie?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. I ain't
Okay,
from Diamond Street though.
I mean
Yeah, I
you,
was part of Diamond District, but yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
come
I'm
on,
from
don't do
North.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do that to us.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah. I
do
know
that. Don't
Diamond
try to
Street. Like,
separate yourself.
no, no. The thing about Diamond Street be also Diamond Street. But I'm
Yeah.
from Lehigh. But
No, I mean we still accepted y'all a little
yeah,
bit. We did though.
accept it.
A lot of people from
No, no, we always won.
Lehigh.
But
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah,
Back
yeah.
then.
North Philly is North Philly, especially
Yeah.
on that side. But yeah, I'm open to do whatever. Like honestly, like I understand. Like I do. Like I'm a humble guy, but I do understand the power within my story.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
facts.
mean? And as much people could get from what they could get from it,
Hmm.
I'm all for it, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was just something that they
Yeah,
came up with. That I
yeah,
thought that would be a
yeah,
great idea because you gotta realize, regardless if you're from Lehigh, that's still close.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Like we
yeah.
still family. We all. I mean,
We
we
all
all.
went to mansion.
Yeah,
Yeah, went to mansion. You went to mansion?
yeah. I went to Manchester for probably like 2 months, and they kicked me out.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was a crazy little nigga,
Then was you
but
went to Franklin?
no, I went to William Penn.
Oh, you went to Penn. Yeah, yeah. All
Yeah,
right, cool.
I
He's
don't
one of
know
those
how that
three.
happened.
Yeah, usually
I
one of those three.
I probably was the only nigga from. Well, no, no, I wasn't.
Well,
It
it
was
was
a
a lot.
couple.
Well, Richard Allen and
Richard
Pentown.
Howard, Pentown.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it definitely was. But that's how I became cool with a lot of people like Cicero.
yeah,
You know, they all my age bracket.
yeah. See, Sisson was under me. They was younger.
Yeah, yeah,
They used to
yeah.
come to the barber shop with us.
I'm trying to figure. I'm trying. I think he's still in L.A.
Oh, all
But
right,
I
yeah.
still be talking to Dunn. So, but I ain't never
Yeah,
asked Dunn
done.
like where
Yeah,
he's from.
done. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dunn doing good. Dunn out Miami,
Oh, all right, cool.
living
Yeah.
there.
See, all
He
they
just
was.
got engaged too.
If you ask Dunn and them was kids when I used to rap in the
Yeah,
barber shop. Yeah, Dunn assist. I might have influenced him to rap.
possibility.
Like, I mean, honestly.
Bro, it's
Yeah,
possible, bro. Because they was around
yeah,
through all of it. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But before we get out of here, is there anything that you feel as though that I didn't get into that we may want to talk about?
Nah, I mean, your questions was your questions, man. I respect your
Okay.
questions. Yeah, I'm not like, yo, I wanted to talk about this.
Now
It
we
was
could
pretty
I could do
much.
that too though.
Yeah, no, no, I'm cool.
But I like that because it's like
Yeah,
it it may be something that I may not get into,
yeah,
but it's also like research too. It's like you gotta do deeper research sometimes when you're dealing with I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
certain people,
yeah.
and you one of them. But I wanted to be professional.
Yeah, it's cool though. I'm an open book, so I ain't really tripping.
I get it.
But I'm cool. Like I would say, like man, one thing I want to say to like anybody that been through these situations
Mm-hmm.
and we out here trying to get a job or working, whatever the case may be, like it's not gonna be easy for us because we're not of this work world.
Facts.
But like my goal is within this space to help people understand like we could be professionals in this
Mm-hmm.
space of work. Like, cause a lot of us that may have been did time or may have been in these streets or may have did this or may have done that, we at a point now where we just want like a nice house and raise our kids.
Yeah.
Like people just want the heat on. They want to be warm during the snowstorm,
Mm-hmm.
being able to go downstairs, throw a burger on the stove,
Facts.
flip it, eat some fries, and just like watch TV, watch the game, wiggle their toes.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what we shooting for now, comfortability and peace. And I just want us to be peaceful in our spaces, like, you know what I mean? Because that's what it's about at the end of the day. The Sharif Street is the state senator.
Uh-huh.
He running for Congress. And every day he had a right hand man with him named Kased, right? Every
Mm.
single day since I've been home. Anytime you seen Sharif Street, you seen him. 2 days ago, he caught a heart attack, fell, busted his head, and died. You know what I mean? And he probably was like early 50s, late 40s. And that was his right hand man. And I just watched it like, damn,
Yeah.
he just died. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, we really gotta understand, like, a lot of us closer to death than we is to
His
life.
life. Yeah.
And we just gotta like understand the space we in, be
Mm-hmm.
peaceful in this space and build something that's meant to last after we leave.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, bro. Like
Yeah.
we really need that. I just want you to know anytime that you need to express yourself or we
Yeah.
got things happening with the community that needs to get out there, I'm down to do it.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you for coming on, sharing your story. Um, hey man, yeah. Until then, next time, y'all already know the vibes.